And becoming a content creator is I think it's one of the things to get into because there's no money. You can do it instantly. If you have, everybody has a phone that has a camera on it, you can do it instantly. And I want to talk about all the opportunities that we miss. Morton and I had started creating content in 2007. We had bicycled up the east coast of America. I had so many videos on YouTube that had millions of views that I did not get paid for. I wasn't monetized. They're still out there, you didn't get paid for them. But the beautiful part about it is some of the social media platforms you can go back and pick money up off the table. But I think your first question really needs to be why content creation? Because we're all busy, we all have a lot of things to do, and as I was looking around this room right before it started, I saw no less than 20 good content videos that you can make right in this room. There's so many things right around us, and it just might be a simple little 61-second video, and I always say go for 61 seconds. TikTok monetizes at that, and start from the beginning like you already are monetized. That way you won't miss it. You'll be into your niche, you'll be doing the things. So the creator economy is absolutely booming. It's one of the fastest growing, if not the fastest growing economies online just now. It's great because there's a really low barrier to entry. You don't have to go to school for this. You don't have to, you don't have to learn anything. You can learn it as you go along. And that's one of the fun parts about it, is saying, I don't know everything. This is my way to do it. There's 6 million ways to do something. And that helps you build rapport with your audience that are watching too. And really what it gives you, content creation gives you this incredible reach globally, and that's not a joke. When we do lives, there will be people from all over the world watching. Think of any country, they've already said that they were from that country there. And it has the potential for an incredible passive income. If you're already making content, why not make money off of it? When people make a movie, they want to make money off of it. Think of yourself as you're doing a 61-second movie. So you got to get into kind of like the creator mindset. The creator mindset is, if I can teach you one thing, this is it. Consistency over perfection. Consistency over perfection. People want to get perfect, and they think, oh, I got to be perfect before I put this out there. No, you don't. Some of my highest viewed videos were done impulsively, so imperfectly, and they got millions of views. After I got monetized, that earns you money. Just be your authentic self. And there are people who definitely content create in a role. They'll take on an acting role, and they'll be, there's a actor that I met in Hartford this past February who is called Ned Pickett Likes Birds, is his Instagram. And that's not his name, but he does this character. He loves birds and he draws birds, and he's an incredible actor. And that's just his thing. He has so many people on his Instagram. It's amazing. I only hope that he's monetized. Whenever I see people with big followings, I just hope that they're monetized. And sometimes they aren't. Sometimes they aren't monetized. So just be your authentic self, and patience is definitely the key. You're not going to, and you might, so I'm not going to say this never happens. Your first video that you post might get 1 million views. It will not pay you anything because you're not monetized on the platforms yet. And the platforms that I'm going to talk about today are TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And Instagram and Facebook, of course, are Meta. And I suggest getting monetized on Facebook first and making sure those two accounts are together. A big thing about finding your niche and getting yourself out there is get yourself a name that is the same name across all 4 of those platforms. So if I'm Sally 2 Shoes on this platform, and then I'm Ziggy Stardust on this platform, and then I'm, Under the Mushrooms under this, nobody's ever going to find you. Be consistent, get a name, and then go with that name. And seriously, your passion, your knowledge, and the demand for what you do in your niche, that's your sweet spot. If you can combine those things, it's just gonna happen for you. I like to encourage people to do what they love or what they're good at, and think about why you want to do this. A lot of people, maybe they want to do it to boost their business. Maybe they want to do it to boost their bank account. Maybe they want to do it to spread joy and peace and love. Maybe they want to just share their knowledge. Doesn't matter, but find out why you want to create, and that will help tie it to you. Mm-hmm. And when I first started creating in 2007 on the internet, which now seems like that's nearly 20 years ago, that's a long time. Mm-hmm. But it was just about the passion. It was just about the journey. I just wanted to share this with the world. And I had somebody contact me. We were in New York City, and my website had just crashed that day because we had over 4 million visitors. We were in different New York papers. We did like a couple different big TV kind of shows that we got to be a part of, and it just crashed the website. And somebody sent me an email and they said, "I hope you're making a lot of money off of this." And I'm like, well, I'm not. Mm-hmm. I'm not. And so think about it as you're doing a job. Even if it's your passion, you're creating content takes a minute. It takes a minute, but it doesn't have to take a long time. So some examples of niche success stories, you probably already know somebody or know someone who has had a lot of success with their business, or a lot of success with promoting themselves on social media. Like, we all know people who've had a viral video typically. It's not an uncommon thing. It's not like, oh, I don't know anybody who's won the lottery, but I know so many social media content creators that are making $50,000 or $100,000 a month. That's better than winning the lottery, I think. You control it, and there's the only thing you're wanting to do is be consistent. So let's talk about some platform fits. YouTube is great for long form and shorts. And YouTube, I think we go to YouTube because we're searching for information. We're searching on how to do rug tufting. We're searching on how to do watercolor painting, whatever. People go there searching for something. And so you want to think about doing your long form videos on YouTube. Shorts to tease the people in, because shorts can get really good numbers too and get paid for. Instagram is more about visual storytelling, and the two are like a night and day difference. I think YouTube and Instagram, they're so different, but still monetize both of them. And so by saying they're both different, don't try to shove your YouTube stuff on your Instagram. It won't resonate with people. That's not how Instagram is typically. Photo, little storyboard of that. TikTok and Instagram, typically it's like you can discover new people on there, but it's a lot of friends telling you about, have you seen this Instagram account? That's what I find personally anyway. Okay. So TikTok, I think, is the most viral and the biggest chance for going viral, I think, that people have instantly when they start doing videos is on TikTok. And that's because the algorithm has a mind of its own, and it changes all the time, and it gives people what they want to see. So you don't necessarily want to make you don't want to make TikTok just on what's trending. I think you want to make TikToks consistently to find your little niche might become the next trend. You know, there's so many ways that you can plug into that. And people go to TikTok for entertainment. They go there and they mindlessly scroll. I'm guilty of it. I'm answering questions, but I'm also scrolling and looking at things and falling down rabbit holes all the time when I go on TikTok. And TikTok is cool because it's strangers. It is like, you will meet people that you know on there too, but TikTok it can be anybody from anywhere, and they can accidentally discover you. So if they accidentally discover you, I'm going to give you a little tip to make all of your social media stick better. don't assume that they're going to follow you, and don't assume that they're going to comment. They're not going to do either of those things. You need to just say the words or write the words on the screen. Make sure you follow, and and lead with questions. When we'll talk about that when we get into the nuts and bolts of creation. So, last but not least, there's Facebook, and I am monetized on all 4 of these platforms now. I have been for the last 2 to 3 years on all of them. Facebook, it's typically the people we know on Facebook. It's a lot of a local community feel, and it's a lot of, there's the oldest demographics on all of this are on TikTok or on Facebook. I'm sorry. So, which is interesting. Again, depending on what your niche is, the kids aren't on Facebook really. They're not. So you want the, college age kids, you're not really going to find them on Facebook. The next thing, this is an activity that you can do to discover your niche, because a lot of times it's hard to figure out, especially if you're like me. Like, I like to do everything. I've never met an art or craft that I didn't like. I like to travel, I like to explore, and I like to get to know people. So, things to really help you discover what your niche are is think about the 3 things that you love talking about the most. The 3 things that light you up when you talk about them. And then think about the 3 things that you're skilled at. And they're probably going to cross over and maybe even be the same. And when you find those niches, that's going to let you kind of match and brainstorm your content ideas really easily. It's going to help you kind of laser focus those. I had mentioned earlier, this is like about building your brand. You want to keep the same name on all your social media platforms. If you don't, like, I wanted to choose the 1870. It was taken by somebody who's never ever used it or posted a video on TikTok. So I changed everything to the 1870 studio because I wanted all 4 of my platforms to be consistent. All of them needed to be consistent. My profile pic, my username, my bio, it's like a cohesive identity. And so it's not like people are wondering, is that her? You take away that. And something else when you start content creating, and this has happened to me with, thankfully I'll have people who will always alert me. There are people who will set up an account to pretend that they're you and reach out to your followers. And it's very annoying, and they always get reported. And, my people know that I will never say to them, send me $25. I'm broke beside the road. I have a flat tire, help. But this is a part of the content creation that's definitely a real thing. I try to be really consistent with my visuals and my tones of voice, except when I get excited, which I get excited all the time, and I don't have a poker face. If something excites me, I turn my volume up to squirrel, like maybe only dogs can hear me, like a dog whistle. I can't contain myself. But again, it falls back to being your authentic self. It's the beautiful part of it. You don't have to, when you're doing what you're doing, you don't even have to show yourself, but like I don't have to get myself ready to do a TikTok or do a YouTube or do a whatever. I can just do it. So that's good. But paint all over my hands and my hair looking like this. It's good. People are used to it. And it would be actually weird if I did take a minute and do something. This is one of the biggest parts of building your brand, I think, is that you do value-driven content. And that's by giving people, like, the little 3 things that I find to be a real sweet spot are education, entertainment, and inspiration. Because when you can educate, entertain, and inspire, I think it can kind of resonate with everybody out there. I always recommend content planning. Like, I do my content planning early in the morning, and I do that because I'm answering my questions that have came up on content that I posted yesterday. I check all my questions, I interact, and I hit the like button at least but people will ask questions. So when they ask a good question, I'm like, oh, that's great to make a video out of. Now, laying in bed at 5 o'clock in the morning while it's still dark outside, all I got to do is act like I'm commenting back, but just save that video so I don't forget it. And it's sitting right there in my drafts. So I can answer that person back with a video, because if they thought that good question, a lot of people, say 1,000 people like that video, but only one person asked that question, probably 1,000 other people were thinking that. So if you reply with a video to a comment, everybody who had commented on that first video that you saw, and hopefully it was a viral video that had so many views on it, when you post the reply, everybody's going to see that. That'll come up in their feed. So that's a good way to really keep connected and staying ahead of your post. You can use templates and themes if you want to. I typically don't. I live in a church, and a lot of what I film is either me doing arts and crafts or my husband DIYing, making bread. A lot of it is that. We're not big on, a 15-minute intro and welcome to the 1870 studio. People do not watch them. When I go and watch a video and somebody has like a long, like a Bob Ross intro segment where Bob will be painting, those days are over. This world we live in now, social media content, you have 3 to 5 seconds to grab them. If you don't grab them, they're not going to watch. They're going to just scroll. So you want to post with intention. You don't want to pressure yourself like, oh my gosh, it's 9 a.m. I don't have a post up. Because remember, we're being consistent. And when you start off, just say I'm going to consistently post every morning, or I'm going to consistently post once every evening. Pick one and do it. And then when you get in that regular system, then you can look and see, oh, here's all of the platforms have analytics for you. You don't have to, you just have to click a button and they'll show you this was your best posting time. They break it all down. It's so easy for you. So some growth strategies, because you don't want to just have 3 followers. You're doing this, you want to grow your audience. And I don't like the word followers, but everybody uses that. I like to think of it as more like friends or extended family, because a follower sounds like a cult to me. And and I try to never say like, hey guys, and just generalize. When I'm doing my videos, I like to talk like it's just you sitting here and we're just talking. I always engage. I reply at least with a thumbs up to every comment to let people know that I saw that. And definitely use the platform features. They all have them. They have polls, they have lives, they have stories. Use those things. They're there they're going to help you grow without you having to do anything. Or what I find really great as a growth strategy is collaborating with others. There are so many others who share your niche or share what your passion is that you can collaborate with. And maybe sometimes it'll be something that's a completely opposite kind of thing that you can do a collaboration on. And I always recommend never paying for anything. Don't pay for anything. There's a great book called Guerrilla Marketing, and it's basically getting all your marketing for free. And this was back like in the 80s and 90s. We have the internet now. Don't pay to boost things. Don't pay for that. But you don't have to. If you understand the algorithms and you watch your time, your engagement, the shares that people are doing, you're going to learn so much. And just saying, I'm going to boost this ad, it's a way to just spend a lot of money and not get the real results. You're really going to want to focus on your posting timing and your frequency. Like I said, if you say I'm going to do it once a day, do it once a day. And know that there are platform-specific behaviors, because TikTok's audience and YouTube's audience, they're different. I talked before about hooking them early, and again, the word hooking them early, and I've been to TikTok boot camps, I've been to YouTube learning sessions. And this is all the same language. I like the word engaging, or kind of like welcoming them in early. I don't like the hooking them early. It sounds like you're doing a little scam, and I don't like it. But the first 3 seconds that's the point. So you can't give them a long shot of this with no words. You could maybe say, like, did you know I went to Oxford University? Well, I did, and I got this bottle to prove it. And then I could tell them the backstory. I went there to see a play in last August. It was a cool story, but you can have a lot of fun with it, and don't do the. There's a lot of what I call sort of it's almost like fishing for likes and fishing for compliments. There's a lot of that happens on social media, and it might work for you, it might not. I like to never make a part 2 video if it at all possible. Never make a part 2 video. The people who say, this is part 97 of this process of me doing this, I will never engage with that. I have zero time to do that. So just when you watch a video, I challenge you to look at it and think, did they hook me in 3 seconds? Think about that. It's a big thing. So some monetization basics are your content. 100% is your currency. 100%. You should be earning for your content you make. The monetization, it's a value exchange. They're giving you money for the attention that you've just contained them on their platform for another minute. That was another minute they were watching TikTok rather than jumping over to watch Reels. That's where the money comes from. And everybody does ads. So some things like with YouTube monetization, they're one of the easiest ones to get monetized on. You only need 100 or 1,000 subscribers. That's not a lot, and subscriptions are free. And that's why every video that you're making for YouTube, you need to be saying, make sure you subscribe and turn your notifications on so you see my next video. That's all you got to say. If you say that on every video, and I forget to do it all the time, and it's okay if you forget things. It's remember, we're going for consistency and not perfection. I'm not ever going to sit down and script stuff. I do stuff. I don't have time for the scripting. When you get YouTube monetized, you need to set up an AdSense, and YouTube is really good with walking you through the process. They pay you through AdSense. You can also make money on YouTube from selling memberships. You can make money from doing things called super chats, and there's a shorts fund. So if you're making shorts, you get paid for that too. But you need 1,000 subscribers, and you need to have 4,000 hours watch time on YouTube. It sounds crazy. And when I first started doing it, I'm thinking 4,000 hours. And again, they keep track of all of this for you. And, but now it's like you have a good week and you have more than that in hours watched. 4,000 hours is nothing. It's nothing. So it's pretty quick to get monetized on YouTube when you focus on that. Facebook monetization, they do things like Facebook doesn't have a requirement for you have to have so many people. Did you know that? It's a weird thing. You can start selling subscriptions. You can turn on stars. They have a lot of things that you can start monetizing your Facebook stuff pretty well straight away. They'll pay you if you're willing to have in-stream ads go on your stuff. They have a Reels Play bonus program. Facebook is also really, really simple and easy to click on. They have a great dashboard to click on, and it's typically easier on all of these social medias if you do this from a laptop or desktop rather than just from your phone to set up your monetization. As you can see a lot more features. To getting monetized on Instagram, same goes again. You can pretty much start monetization straight away, but it's Meta, and it's linked with I get one payment a month from Meta, and it's for my Instagram and my Facebook. they pay on things like real bonuses, gifts, subscriptions, and it happens. Like I have YouTubes where I'm doing YouTube live and somebody just jumps on and gives you $20. You didn't ask for it, they just do it. And it's mind blowing when it first happens, but then you think about it and the people like what you're doing, they see value in what you're doing, and they're like, here's $20, which is amazing. So the other thing you can do with Instagram, and a lot of the other ones too, is brand collabs and affiliate links. I believe in I don't do a lot of collabs for brands just because I don't want to become a shopping channel. I don't want to do that. I want to be an inspiration channel where I'm teaching and helping people and like save money to live their best life, or save money for your arts and crafts or whatever your passion is, your horse farm, whatever that is. TikTok monetization, they change how the creator fund works too. So I'm not going to quote you that you have to have a certain number. As of my last looking up, it was 10,000 followers. And again, that sounds like a crazy number until you start making videos where you're just saying, make sure you follow. That's all you got to do. Make sure you follow. Show them something cool. Make sure you follow. You'll get to the 10,000 followers. I forget how long it took, but TikTok, when I got monetized on TikTok, I did not realize. I just thought, well, I got $10,000. Now I'm getting, or 10,000 followers. Now I'm going to get monetized. Didn't work that way. You have to actually go in and apply to be in the creator fund. And and I like to be really clear on that. Some of them do hold your hand and walk you through it, but some of them you have to be proactive. So I can't just say to you, here, I'm going to do everything for you. That's not what this is about. You need to do this yourself. And but TikTok monetization, you can start with 1,000 followers. You can start going live, and people can start giving you money on your lives, and they do. You can get rewards. You can have a TikTok shop, which I'm not a part of. There's a lot of things right there ready for you to go. Some really good monetization tips, I think, are start building all of this up before you're even eligible. So like on TikTok, to get paid from the Creator Fund, your videos have to be 61 seconds or longer. So every video that I put out is going to be 61 seconds or longer. Because if I was just putting out 5-second videos or 7-second videos, you're going to get a high view. You're never going to get paid on them. So why do it? And then if people are used to seeing just, here's five quick seconds, and then all of a sudden I'm to 61, that's like when you're driving down the highway and the speed limit has been 80 and now it's 45. It's something you're totally not used to. So start before you're even eligible, getting in that mindset. And you can repurpose content across platforms, definitely. So if you did a long video for YouTube, you might just want to pull out some snippets from that, make a 61-second video, put it up on TikTok. And it's going to really help you diversify your income streams when you do that. All of these platforms, they have incredible tools for creators. They want us. They need content creators. There would be no YouTube. There would be no TikTok. There would be no Facebook. There would be no Instagram if there were not creators. So if you're already posting, which you probably have everybody has probably already made at least one post on something. You're posting. You're doing it for free. You're doing it for free. Get paid for it. So there's a lot of really great editing tools out there that you can use that are both within the program and then standalone things like CapCut and Canva and Final Cut. There's all kinds of them out there. Another cool little trick you can do when you're content creating is you can schedule stuff to go out like Hootsuite or Leda or MetaSuite. MetaSuite actually has a really good way that you can schedule all your posts, which I always say to myself, I'm going to do that, but I'm not organized enough to do that. But it does work out good. And analytics, they're great things to look at if you want to look and kind of compare yourself to others, which I never really go down that rabbit hole because I just think I can just compare me to me. I just think that, but there's all kinds of, like YouTube Studio is They do great analytics in there, Instagram Insights, really good analytics out there, free to look at. Something that you have to think about with content creating is the legal and ethical stuff. Do not use other people's images and sounds. If it's copyright, you're gonna get a violation on your account. Your account could be closed. I have seen creators that have big accounts, and they'll joke about, like, I got another violation for copyright rules, using money that, or using music that I shouldn't have been using. They're gonna take your account away. It's not smart. You also have to disclose if you're sponsored. So the company that made this water bottle, if I'm talking about this water bottle, this is the best water bottle ever. If they paid me to do that, you have to disclose that. And that's pretty well standard on all of them. People will say use royalty-free music platforms, but you have to make sure that they're compatible with the programs. Like YouTube will stop your videos for if you're playing music in them that's not acceptable for them. A big part about being a content creator is just building habits. Simple as that. You want to create a content routine. I like to post in the morning. I like to post in the evening. And if I get something happening during the day, I will post. I never post quicker than 1 hour apart. Even if I'm having the most exciting day, I'll save videos in my drafts. You'll overload the algorithm, and the algorithm won't look at you. You want to do a 30-day challenge idea maybe for yourself. I'm going to do a 30-day challenge where I'm going to post a 61-second video every day for 30 days and see how easy that is. Like, it's so easy when you just say, I'm going to do this. Oh, I didn't post my 61 seconds yet. And look around. I mean, spring is blooming. On the way here, I was seeing all the different colors of green. Why not match it to a color theory chart? There's so many cool, and you don't have to set up a long professional production. 61 seconds of cool, engaging stuff where you teach something, that's awesome. You're going to stay inspired when you're doing this with different trends that you see happening, and the prompts from your community, like them asking good questions. That's what's going to keep you to stay motivated. You're going to be celebrating your small wins. I can remember when it was like, oh, when I got 100 followers on TikTok, I was over the moon. I'm now chasing 200,000 followers, and which I have 3 mermaids that I want to give away when we hit 200,000. And it's like, come on now. And sometimes you get in a little rut with life, with content creating. You want to stay focused, and you want to avoid your burnout with like a balance in creation and rest. Like, you got to sometimes shut it off, and that's where scheduling things could be good, or repurposing old content. Go through your phone and find some cool videos or whatever, and if you don't feel like talking, just the other day I made a little video of just pushing a little capybara on a swing that my son has hanging from the bottom of our deck, and it's hanging in his porch, and it was at sunset, and just a little swinging capybara with the sunset behind. And I got so many lovely comments and people saying I needed to see that today. So you don't have to put big pressure on yourself. Like, oh, I gotta make another viral video. I never think of that. Remember your why. Remember why you're doing this. So I think the big thing is to know that you're never going to know it all, and understand that the best time to do anything in this life is always right now. Don't say, I have to wait till I get better. I challenge everybody watching or here to make your video today. Make a video today. It's 61 seconds. A good thing is to think about, what will I post this week? Think about that. We have the topic of spring happening right now, or what's on your desk, what's on your table, I do a what's in the kiln video that's super popular. People really like to see what's in the kiln. And the another really good thing is join a creator community. They're already out there. There are loads of them online, so you can just do them from your pajamas without going anywhere. And we're getting ready to set up our own creator community from off of our website, because I really want to encourage people to do this. This is so simple. I feel like I found the secret for turning straw into gold, turning videos into gold. You know, I'm getting ready to leave seriously for almost 2 months to go on a dream vacation. And before content creation, I would have not thought about doing this. I was always make something in your studio, sell it, make something in your studio, sell it. And now what I'm making is content, and people don't even have to buy anything. I'm not asking anybody to buy anything. Watch my videos. That's all you got to do. And we're going to take them on one heck of a adventure to Alaska and a little bit beyond. But when we start thinking of what all we can't do, we realize what all we can do. And you know, I think the best things in life are right outside your comfort zone. So if you're just standing on the edge of this, like, I want to content create, I don't know how to do it, you're overthinking it. Just give yourself a big breath and make a 61-second video and post it. That's all you got to do. And businesses, individuals, artists, DIYers, bakers, anybody can make content. You don't have to show your face. Some people are freaked out about, I don't want people knowing anything about me. Show your hands. People love watching. One of the highest earning channels on YouTube is a lady who just wraps presents. The camera sits up here. She just wraps packages. That's it.
That's the whole thing.
Millions of dollars a year for wrapping packages. Does she send them to anybody? Is there anything in them? That's what I think when I watch.
Yeah.
What's in that box? But she doesn't say a word. You don't even hear her breathing. You're hearing the noise from that. So don't let shyness stop you, because my parents used to always tell me I never met a stranger. I'm not a shy person at all. I think we're all fabulously connected. We just need to talk and figure out what connects us. So that's everything I have. And I really want to thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, I'm super happy to answer them. But it is really just a go get them kind of thing. You don't have to overthink it. But if you do have questions, I am happy to answer, if I know the answer.
Which social media, like you said you started with YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah, and then just like
YouTube, and then Facebook, and then Instagram, and I resisted on TikTok. I thought TikTok was 14-year-old kids like doing a dance. And I'm like, I don't dance. And my grandson told me, Grandma, get on TikTok. You live in a weird place. You're a weird person and you make weird things. He was right about all of those things. And I'm like, well, and I was really nervous about it, because you look and you think, you know, I'm almost 62 years old, but you can hashtag like older TikTokers. It's a thing. And the hashtags play a big part of it too. There's so many little nuances to creator content creation, but I would say dip your toe in all 4 of them. Okay. Because you don't know where your audience is, and you're going to find audience everywhere. You really will, on all 4 platforms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you how much video editing do you find that you do?
Oh, I'm bad for not doing any video editing.
That's fine. I mean, I'm just curious.
I don't like to video edit. Right. I have no time. I have so many projects. I have, I think, 115 PDF page file of projects that need done in my church. I have no time. Editing videos is not on that list. Mm-hmm. I don't edit them so much so that I actually had a video from back in the day that people will deep dive when they find you and they like you. And somebody had watched a video that I had put up a long time ago. Now, I do swear in real life, even though I was a librarian in college, I do swear. but I don't on my channels on purpose because when I started, my grandchildren were watching.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to kind of rein Morton in on swearing a little bit. But he's Scottish, so people typically can't understand the Scottish swears, which is good. But I had a video that I put up. He was putting together a shelf for our vitrograph kiln. And I'm taking a step-by-step project. And all of that video, all like TikTok, you record right in the TikTok app. It's so easy and so easy. But the thing is, you got to push the button that says stop. Morton starts beep, 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 and I push the button, and I said, I'm making a beep, beep video. Only I didn't say beep, beep. And I was like, you just ruined it. And he's like, sorry, I'll do it over. And I'm like, you can't do it over. You just drilled a hole through there. And I'm swearing, he's swearing, and he's like, just show it from here. So
That's all
I did. Well, in this video, the person commented, thankfully they commented, because it had like 20 views. It was an early video of mine. And commented, this is the best ending I've ever seen on any video. And I'm like, oh, I gotta watch and see what the ending was. Oh, it was me, and it was the camera pointing at my feet, and me swearing at Morton swearing, and I'm like, I hid it. I hid it because I didn't want it on there because I do have a lot of grandmas, grandpas who watch with their grandkids. I want to be a safe spot where they're not going to hear that. And I am going to put it up on YouTube though. I'm going to download it and put it on YouTube, but I'm going to put a warning on it. Like this one has all the swears from both of us, but video editing, it doesn't matter. Again, consistency over perfection. Consistently create content. That's the only thing you're doing. Creating content that, teaches, inspires, informs, engages. That's all gonna happen.
When you do edit, it's editing software within the things. It's
Yes.
not special.
Yeah.
Like import it to your computer and do it there. It's
Yes.
software
Within the app.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
They have it. It's so easy. I have a lot of videos that I've been making about content creation, and I think a lot of people are intimidated by, not only how do I get going, but you look and you see these videos that are so slick, where people are just like, oh, it's so slick. And I'm never gonna make that video. I might get lucky once in a while and do like a cool video that I'm just like, oh, that worked out nicely.
Right.
But seriously, if it has my face going into the camera, like to turn the thing off, I don't have time to edit it out.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Is it a bad angle for me? Yeah, probably.
It's
okay.
They've got like sound and video editing and stuff. But
Yes.
you can choose to do overdub rather than
Voiceovers,
live sound.
yes. Voiceovers are great, especially if you're outside and it's like real windy. You can just with one click delete the original sound and just do a voiceover.
And that's in TikTok or in any of them?
TikTok has the best in-app software to edit. The best, hands down.
And it will also allow you to put other voices instead of your voice.
Yeah, you can make your
Like
voice
AI
sound
voices.
but some of them are weird, like, this is me doing a little project today. Or they have funny names too. But yeah, typically on YouTube, I will just make a video on YouTube and put it up. I'll just make a video and put it up. Or do live stream. I love to live stream on YouTube because again, you can interact with the people that are watching. They can ask you questions in real time. So when you're doing a process, and when I started doing TikTok, Morton worked full time. Morton worked beyond full time. Sometimes he wouldn't come up to the church for, 10 days or longer. And I was lonesome. So when I started doing TikTok, it was like, oh, I got my friends right here. And I'm painting, and what do you think of this? What do you think of that? And you get instant feedback. And being an artist, being a crafter, being a designer, whatever you're doing, typically can be a lonely job. Like I did 4 fairy tales of the season, and I wrote my first one totally on live stream in Florida. We were there for a couple of weeks, and I had lost my voice, so I didn't want to hang out with, everybody was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? I had just lost my voice because I was talking too much probably. And so I just started painting and writing this story, and it was the most wonderful experience. I didn't set out to do this, but I wrote the story and then kind of live streamed how you publish it for free with Kindle Direct Publishing on Amazon, and now it's sold all around the world so I have had people, it kind of goes full circle, because I've had people say, thanks to that video, I published a book, and my sister and I wrote a book together, or just all of these great human connections that you can make to help people. And I can't even tell you how many people I've inspired to buy a church. I feel personally proud of that. Like,
Yeah,
save that
church.
church. They estimate there's over 6,000 at any time for sale in the US. So yeah, I want to inspire people to kind of step out of their comfort zone, get into content creation. If you're already on social media, like if people are watching this live stream, and there are people watching, you're already engaged with social media. Get paid for it.
Right.
You're already there. You're posting on Facebook, you're liking on Instagram, you're sharing cool things with people. And the coolest part about it is you're gonna find this wonderful community of people who they kind of, like, it kind of has turned around. They kind of inspire me. I started it to like, oh, I want to inspire you to like go after your dream just now. Don't wait. But they're, the things that they're creating and doing, and I like to use all four of these together. I will like direct people to go join our Facebook group, because you can show me your art there. You can show other people their art. And I think we all are here to support and help each other. And I think with content creation, for whatever reason, all the creators that I've met, they all have that mindset. They want to help people. They really do, and it's a lovely thing. So it's not like you can start doing this and make $50 an hour. That's a lie. Whenever I see somebody say that, I have to bite my fingers, not my tongue, to not type and say that's a lie. I don't want to give anybody false hope that like start posting videos and you're going to be making $97 a day. That's not how it works. Post, get monetized, and then just keep posting. Just keep posting, and it will happen. I love it, and I would have never guessed 10 years ago that my title would be content creator. Facebook changed my name. I mean, they added to my name like content creator, and I'm like, why did that happen? But it was because you were creating a lot of content, and it's, I'll get posts all the time from them like, celebrate this milestone. You engaged with 97% more people this week than you did last, which is wonderful. But I don't ever like go on that. I'm just, my mind's always thinking about the best is yet to come, and I have cool things to do and show people. And around here, definitely, there's so many cool things going on, and I would love to collab when we get back from Alaska. I really want to help getting focused on different people here that are into it, that want to do it. Like, you don't want to force anybody to do anything, because there's no joy in it. You have to have like the joy in it. You have to have like, they want to do it. Like Morton is a very sporadic creator. He will go sometimes weeks without making a video, and it's just because we are living in the moment.
Yeah.
And you get caught in it. But I've kind of got the creator mindset, and there are times he'll say to me, this will make a cool video, you should do this. And sometimes it's like a danger factor, and I'm like, I'm not going to show anybody how to do this, because that's dangerous. But yeah, people like to see things happening.
I have one other question. Have you ever considered Snapchat, or is Snapchat a valid content creation
I've never
system?
done Snapchat.
Okay.
I know nothing about it. I don't know if they pay. I don't know what they do.
Yeah, and it's definitely a younger crowd.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't know. And
Yeah.
I hear some people on it, but I just don't know, because I never got into that side of it. I was in Snapchat back when it was like, you just did one-on-one from one
Right.
person to another, not.
Yeah, I don't know, and
Content.
there's another new app that came out with TikTok called Lemon 8, and I know nothing about that. I post randomly on there, horribly inconsistent, but I have Lemon 8, the number 8,
Mhm.
but I think I have 20,000 followers on there.
Wow.
I think I might follow 3 or 4 people on there, because they just don't, it feels to me a lot like Instagram,
Okay.
and I don't want to be, as it is, I spend 3 to 4 hours a day doing content creation or interacting with, and that's a lot. That is a lot. So I don't want to, I don't want to do any more. But live streams are great, because when I live stream on TikTok, I'll typically then upload it to my YouTube. If I'm teaching something and if I haven't played music. Now, like if I turn music on, like everybody knows this isn't going to be going up on YouTube because the copyright laws. And I do that typically if it's a longer video where you're just like caught in the moment, and you're, like I said, we have so many projects that we're doing, but I like to share and engage, and I really do want to encourage people to like get in this creator collective with us. I'm not saying I know everything, because I absolutely don't. I probably know a fraction of a millionth of a percent of this stuff, because it changes all the time and it's so different. But I do know that anybody can be a content creator if you're 18 or over, and anybody can get monetized when you have met the requirements. And I find it simple, and I find it an incredible way to make a passive income that I'm not making the big bucks on it now, but I'm sure if I just consistently stick with it, like it increases every single year. It increases every single month.
It's like even before you get the amount of followers to do what you've got, it's like I've got 1,000 followers and I'm allowed to go live, and on live you can be monetized, and that people can send you gifts and things like
Yeah,
that.
there's
and you can make
ways
money
to,
that way.
yeah, there's a
So
lot
you
of
don't have to
ways.
be a large
Yeah. Yes, the people that you see, and typically people always ask, how much money can you make? And I know this answer. If you do a TikTok that has 2 million views, you're going to get $2,000 from it. That's pretty flippin' awesome.
Mhm.
Because I've had some of my accidental big ones have they just come at the right time. It's like, oh my gosh, we're going to be able to fill the oil tanks up. Whee!
Yes.
Or, you know what I mean? I don't chase a viral video. A viral video is a bonus, and it has to happen naturally. It really does. Like you can't, if I knew what the formula was for making a viral video, I would share it, but there is none. No, unless you're one of the huge creators like a Mr. Beast or whoever, that the second they put it up, it has 2 million views instantly. And that's all down to numbers. I have 200,000 followers on TikTok, so it's not the same. And I think we have almost 4,000 on YouTube. So sometimes, like, my YouTube numbers are nowhere near what they are on TikTok, but sometimes people will engage just as much on YouTube. So, and I feel like YouTube is long term. The TikTok, this is an interesting thing. TikTok shelf life of a TikTok you make is typically 3 days to the max of 7 days, until you have people coming on your page and looking back. But then when they're on your page, you don't get paid for it, because they have to come to you organically off the FYP page to watch it. So TikTok has a lower shelf life, where YouTube, if people, I've had people message me and say, I just watched your YouTube on our TV for 8 hours. And I'm like, thank you. I thank you for that. But YouTube, even my old videos, I get paid on them now. I didn't get paid on them before, but when they watch them now, I get paid on. So, but if you do it with the idea of I'm gonna make cool content, I'm gonna engage with people, and I'm gonna inspire people to like live their best life, live their dream. Because I get told so many times like, "You're living my dream. You're living my dream," and I'm like, "There are 6,000 churches. Go get one."
Yep.
You know, they're cheap. You gotta be willing to do some old sweat equity, but you know, it's not like we won the lottery and went and bought a church. We bought a church that for less money than most people pay for their car. You know, and if we wouldn't have done what we did, Morton couldn't have retired as early as he did.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's nothing. I don't think we're doing anything special, and I really want to get that across to people. You don't have to do anything special to make your dream come true. You don't. Just figure out what your dream is, and let's just start working on it. Nobody knocks on your door and says, "Hey, here's your dream.
No.
Got it all wrapped up for you."
Wow.
And hopefully, if you have any questions, just ask at any old time. I'm going to stop this live right now. Thank you for watching.